Hello everyone, and welcome to the Distinct Mastering YouTube channel. My name is Freddie. Today we're going to be talking about a very cool and unique plugin by Universal Audio. It's the Galaxy Tape Echo. It's a recreation of an old Roland piece of hardware. It's both a spring reverb and a tape echo all in one, and it's got some really psychedelic, trippy, dubby style effects and delays, and I'm in love with it. So let's get right into it. Okay, before we get into my session and check out the unit, I want to talk about the history of this. So in 1973, Roland created the RE201 Space Echo. And you might have seen this unit. It's got the classic green and it's enclosed in a case. It's a tape delay as well as a spring reverb, and it creates some really trippy, dubby effects. It can self-oscillate without even a signal in it. And Universal Audio has carefully recreated this unit. So let's jump into my session and check it out. Okay, here we are. This is the session I'm working on today. I'm just finishing up this track. And in this session, I just threw in some vocals that were like radio chatter, as if like a fighter jet is flying in the air. And you know, I thought, what a better unit to use than a Galaxy Tape Echo. I recently got this plugin and I'm falling in love with it. It's really cool. I think it's a cool plugin to use for resampling. Let's check out what this thing sounds like. So on my vocals, I'm going to go ahead and solo these for you. Let's hear it without the Galaxy Tape Echo. And in context with this breakdown, now, turning it on, it gives it so much character and life. It's awesome. And I want to show you how it all works, but before we get into that, let's go over the controls. So here is the input volume, and what people like to do with this thing is let it peak and get a little bit of natural analog clipping. If you don't want it to peak, you can back off the input volume. My send to it is so low, that's why I have it cranked up. But if you do crank up the input, you could turn down the output right here just to compensate. You have a head select. So this tape echo has 3 heads, and that's how it gets the echo. The old school unit had a replaceable cartridge that you would put in of tape. And I'll get to that in a second, because when I talk about the tape loop, we're going to talk about that cartridge. So you have different options where at the bottom you have the head select and you have different options. So at the bottom you have reverb only, you have echo, and then you have reverb echo. And so this is obviously echo only. This is reverb and echo and reverb. And as you can see, the heads down below are switching as I move through the dial. What you can do is you can control which ones you pick. Next up, we have the echo rate. This is basically going to control the amount of time in milliseconds. Right now I have tempo sync on, so you're seeing it to synced to the tempo of my DAW. But if I turn this off, you're going to see that it's in milliseconds. And as I change this, I can see that the millisecond time is changing. And then you have your echo feedback, which is very cool because you can get some really spaced out dubby effects with the feedback. And you can automate all of these parameters, which is amazing. Next up, you have an EQ section for the echoes only. So you have the treble and the bass, so you can actually tailor the echoes themselves. So if you want to filter them down and just have them trail off, perfect way to do that. You have an individual control for the echo volume and pan, and then you have the same thing for the reverb over here. Now let's talk about what these bottom controls do. So the input send sends the signal to the echo. So with it muted, it will just be a reverb. And the point of this is to automate delay throws. So if you wanted to, you could just automate, say in my vocal, 1 word of the echo on. So if I had this turned off, I could literally just say, all right, let's turn on some automation. And here's my send. And then I just want to send this 1 word. And now let's solo this. And so that piece right there is just being sent to the echo while everything else is being sent to the reverb. Tempo sync, like I said before, just synchronizes it to the DAW. And then you have this tape loop. So what this allows you to do is switch between a new cartridge, a used cartridge, and an old cartridge. So as I said before in the video, in the real hardware, there was a little cartridge that had a tape loop. That's how they would get the the delays. And what this allows you to do is emulate getting a brand new cartridge using an old cartridge or a new style tape, a brand new cartridge. And then what the splice button allows you to do, so in the original unit, in the cartridge, there's a splice, a tape splice, which is where the loop occurs. And when that happens, you get a little bit of wow and flutter. And so what this basically allows you to do is reset. So when you see, when I click this, it bounces back to the original position. I'm resetting where the splice point is. Now, it's not instantaneous. It takes a little bit of time because it has to loop over from the playhead. So this restarts the playhead position, and then the tape splice will loop over. So you might play with that or automate that to get some unique effects. And then here you have a wet solo button. So right now, the unit is designed to be put directly on the track, but if you do want to use it as a send and return effect, you can just turn the wet solo on, and that enables the unit to be 100% wet. So then you can automate the send level and have a volume to control the return level, etc. If you have any questions on auxiliary send and returns, I did a video on that. I'll leave you a link in the description so you can check that out. Last but not least, you have the power button and you have a VU meter. And then I should mention also, which I didn't mention at the top, there's a bunch of presets here. I haven't even really explored these, but you might want to check that out. And then you get an A/B switch, copy, paste. So the plugin looks just like the hardware. There's some new plugin features that don't exist on the hardware. I don't need to get into the specifics of that. If you're curious which doesn't exist on the hardware, go check out the UAD manual. It explains all of it. Now let's play around with this tape echo and show you what it really can do. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this vocal. And so check this out. See this? You can get it to self-oscillate. Very cool. Very cool. You can use this thing on synths, drums, vocals, instruments, whatever. Whatever you throw at this thing, you can get some really unique effects. I think this thing is going to win with automation or just resampling your audio and chopping it up or doing whatever you do. Let's play around with something else. Okay, just for fun, I thought it'd be cool to throw on just a pure sine wave because I was playing around with this before the video and it sounds really cool what it does to just even something as simple as a sine wave. And I think it's a great example to show you what this thing is capable of. Let's play around with it. I'm just gonna play around with some notes on this keyboard below my desk and start playing with this thing. So as you can see, you can already hear it starting to work, but let's increase this and increase the reverb volume. That's before, on, and you hear it a little, right when you turn it on. Look at that, that's so cool. See the loop right there? Let's go to new. And it changes characteristics by different notes. See, if I change the notes, so now I've muted the echoes. And then you can just flip it on and off. Now, like I said, this input send is really meant to be automated. You could pan the echoes to the left and the reverb to the right. That sounds super cool. Sounds like some sci-fi movie, you know? And then there's the self-oscillation. It can literally just go. Turn up the feedback and it's just gonna keep going. Turn down the bass. Turn down some treble, turn up the bass. And then if you want to kill it, just slowly bring down that feedback. And so, like I said, this thing is definitely going to be making it into my productions. I just picked this thing up a couple weeks ago. Super cool unit. Can't believe I didn't own it before. It's, I think, one of the coolest UAD plugins on my list so far that I recently picked up. So the Galaxy Tape Echo, if you don't own it, I highly suggest you pick it up. If you make dub music, you can use it in rock music. Anything, really. Whatever you throw at it, this thing can do some really cool and unique sounds. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop me a comment down below. Thank you for watching this video on the Galaxy Tape Echo by Universal Audio. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and the bell notification will keep you up to date. My name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering, and I help people master their music and teach people music production. If you need any help, please be sure to contact me. Until the next time, have a good day.